Hey friends, today we're hanging out with Al at Black Hills Archery, the man, the legend here. I mean, you're kind of a big deal in the bow hunting world, I've been told.
I'm just blessed to get to do what I do.
Talk about where your journey begins, because I feel like you have to have been like just a little boy with a bow, right?
Pretty much. I started shooting a bow and arrow when 5 years old.
Wow.
And just was obsessed with the bow and arrow my whole life. And it just has gotten worse as it progresses. I shoot a bow every single day.
Wow.
Even if I'm off at work or at home, I shoot my bow. I just love shooting my bow, and I love getting people involved in bows, and I love getting the kids involved in bows. It's just a wonderful thing.
So when did you start the business, Black Hills Archery?
Bob Martinson started Black Hills Archery in 1988, right out of his garage. And then I moved here from Wisconsin in 1990. Started hanging out the bow shop like anybody would that loves bows and arrows. And Bob, I was there all the time, so Bob's like, "You're here all the time, so you might as well do some work here." So I just hung out with Bob and did leagues with him and set 3Ds and helped him fletch arrows. And I ended up buying the business from Bob in 1998 and have been here ever since.
And you've since had this really awesome location. Talk about where you're at now.
Yeah, we're over on the old Freed's building off of Sturgis Road. That worked out really well. We were off of Deadwood Avenue for a long, long time, but we just ran out of room. Our youth program truly was 100% the reason we moved. We just were growing our kids program so much that we were turning kids away, and that's the last thing you want to do. So this came up and we moved in, and it's been awesome. I've not had to turn any kids away, so that's important to me.
Sure. Now for you, did you feel like this has been something that's been sort of like a gift to you?
There's no doubt. I've been blessed beyond belief. I mean, and to just get to play bow and arrow every day of my life, literally. Like, I don't ever look at my watch like, when do I got to go to work? You know what I mean? I just don't. I'm just so lucky to get to do what I do.
I love that.
So I'm beyond blessed to do that.
Like when you look at these walls, right, there's like a ton of hunts and different things on the walls. I mean, I gotta think that you have so many stories, right, of like different hunts and things.
Okay, like if you look at that wall over there, those are pictures from 1988. I mean, Bob really didn't do the picture board as much as I've done. Like, I've taken every single year of all my customers shooting stuff. And yeah, I can go over there and I could tell you, we could spend days of telling you hunting stories from every one of those people. I can remember almost every story and almost every single name of every person on that wall. So that wall to me is as important to me as anything. Just because people have shared their stories with me, and I've introduced them to the bow when maybe they're young, and now they're shooting something with a bow and arrow, and that's pretty special to me.
Because I feel like, I mean, you've gone all over the world.
I have been very lucky to do that.
Yeah.
I just love bow hunting.
People can do archery just like for like fun, but also like to get out into the wilderness and do the hunt.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. We have a league every night of the week. We have bow hunter leagues, which is kind of like hunting. You're shooting animal targets, and we put some trees and branches and just make it fun, kind of a hunting scenario thing. And on Wednesday nights, we have target league, which is target, whether it's a 5-spot or Vegas, whatever. And that's just paper punching, not hunting at all. And they have more sophisticated equipment, meaning, I shouldn't say sophisticated, but it is. They've got lenses and longer stabilizers and things like that. It's all about how many times you can hit the X. Fridays and Saturdays, those are pretty much my youth program. That's pretty tied up with my kids during the winter. Me and my group of guys, we've got some of the greatest guys working with me. We'll take care of you from the very first thing. If you've never shot, we fit the bow to you, we do a lesson together, we make sure you're shooting good form so you don't hit your arm and you have fun.
Okay.
So that's not a big deal.
So there's the support factor
Absolutely.
there. So yeah, talk about the youth program, because that kind of exploded, you said, within the last few years.
It did. Our youth program, I started it back 1998 pretty much with just a few kids. And it's turned into one of the largest youth programs in the nation, which is pretty awesome. I love the kids. It's a labor of love without a doubt. Having kids shooting bows and arrows is, to me, the best thing ever. They're not on their phones. You know what I mean? Having kids in the woods or on the water, to me, is the most important thing there is. And there's a lot of kids, like say my beginners are 8 to 10. They're brand new. They're new. The parents have never seen it. The kids just maybe said, shooting a bow sounds kind of cool. they have a really, really, really fun time. Truly, the best thing to do is just stop down and just visit with me. And that way I can answer every question in detail for you and show you around and what it all is. I'm old school, and I still want to shake somebody's hand, and I still want to look them in the eye and talk to them. Other than a lot of things nowadays is emails and stuff. And I'm not a social media guy. I apologize, but I'm not. I'm just old school. So I just assume talk to somebody face to face.
I feel like you have such a passion for this that's like, I feel like it's like your calling is just like to get people involved in this.
It is. I know I'm obsessed with it. Every day I love, like if a kid comes to the door, and sometimes it's pretty insane up there, but if there's a kid that comes to the door or somebody wants to shoot a bow, I drop everything I do to take them and shoot a bow, because it is important to me.
And I feel like you kind of serve like as a mentor tour for these kids, you know?
What I want to do is just give those kids a good positive experience, and I get to spend an hour with them every week, and it's pretty special to me. It's a fun discipline, but your arms relaxed, shoulders down, corner of my mouth, see that? And just relax your fingertips and just let it slip off.
Right in the middle.
Just like that.